There is Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. June 10th. Impatient. Try levitating. We reacted more strongly to frustrations than normal people. As Bill sees it, page 111. Impatience with other people is one of my principal failings. Following a slow car in a no passing lane or waiting in a restaurant for the check drives me to distraction. Before I gave God a chance to slow me down, I explode, and that's what I call being quicker than God. That repeated experience gave me an idea. I thought if I could look down on these events from God's point of view, I might better control my feelings and behavior. I tried it, and when I encountered the next slow driver, I levitated and looked down on the other car and upon myself. I saw an elderly couple driving along, happily chatting about their grandchildren. They were followed by me, bug-eyed and red of face, who had no time scheduled to meet anyway. I looked so silly that I dropped back into reality and slowed down. Seeing things from God's angle of vision can be very relaxing. Courage to Change One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, June 10th. When it came time to actively pursue the eighth step, made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all, I stopped dead in my tracks. I knew of quite a few people I had harmed, but I was absolutely unwilling to even consider making amends to some of them. My sponsor suggested I divide my list into 3 categories: those to whom I was willing to make amends, those to whom I might make amends, and those to whom I would absolutely not ever make amends. When I finished, I started step 9 by making amends to those on the first list. The amazing thing was that as I proceeded, I found some of the names from my maybe list shifting to my willing list. In time, even some absolutely not people appeared on my maybe list. Eventually, it became easier to make amends even to absolutely not people. My reward? Some renewed friendships and family ties. More importantly, an ability to face the new day without guilt, because I had owned up to my responsibilities. Today's reminder: I will not let myself be stopped from taking step 8 or step 9 because I can't do it perfectly overnight. I will let myself be where I am today and do what I am able to do. It does not matter how slowly you go so long as you do not stop. And that is a quote from Confucius. Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, June 10th. Changing motives. When we finally get our own selfish motives out of the way, we begin to find a peace that we never imagined possible. Basic text, page 45. As we examine our beliefs, our actions, and our motives in recovery, we'll find that sometimes we do things for the wrong reasons. In our early recovery, we may have spent a great deal of money and time on people, wanting only for them to like us. Later on, we may find that we still spend money on people, but our motives have changed. We do it because we like them, or perhaps we used to get romantically involved because we felt hollow inside and were seeking fulfillment through another person. Now our reasons for romantic involvement are based in a desire to share our already rewarding lives with an equal partner. Maybe we used to work the steps because we were afraid we'd relapse if we didn't. Today, we work the steps because we want to grow spiritually. We have a new purpose in life today, and our changing motives reflect that. We have so much more to offer than our neediness and insecurities. We have developed a wholesomeness of spirit and a peace of mind that moves our recovery into a new realm. We extend our love and share our recovery with complete generosity. And the difference we make is the legacy we leave to those who have yet to join us. Just for today, in recovery, my motives have changed. I want to do things for the right reason, not just for my personal benefit. Today, I will examine my motives. Today, Emotions Anonymous, June 10th. Reflection for today. As we begin to look more positively at where we are, we will discover that all of our painful moments, if faced, led us to learn more about ourselves. Everything we experience has its value. How much do we learn when things are going well? Don't we just coast along? Often pain pushes us to risk or to challenge the things in ourselves which we need and want to change. As we become more in touch with our needs, our values, and our goals, we are pushed to a new adventure. Meditation for today. Remind me that pain is an opportunity for growth. Today I will remember our pain, if faced, helps us to find balance in our lives, the balance of self, others, and purpose. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. June 10. Other laundry list. Our experience shows that the opposites of the laundry list are just as damaging as the counterpart. BRB, page 8. Realizing the damaging effects of the laundry list gives many of us our early sense of frustration with the ACA program. Once the elation in finally finding a group of people who get that we were affected by our childhoods eventually fades, we start the slow process of admitting that we may have unconsciously done the very same things to those around us that were done to us. This is a hard reality to accept, but it is the necessary ground breaking that allows our spiritual foundation to be poured on honest footing. With time, we realize we were in denial about our actions. The behaviors that served as a protective way of getting through our traumatic childhoods did not serve us well as adults. We had become used to beating ourselves up and acting out. ACA suggests that we reparent ourselves and break the harmful cycle we found ourselves in. With the support of our meetings and fellow traveler, the work we do helps us feel embraced by our inner loving parent and our higher power. We can now allow the process of coming out of denial and into spiritual consciousness to slowly and gently unfold as we recover buried feelings and memories that drove our true self into hiding. The affirmation reads, "On this day I admit that not only was I affected by the dysfunction, but that I also affected those around me. And I will practice being gentle and loving of my true self as I continue to awaken spiritually." This is DHB Recovery Network. Daily affirmations, reflections, devotions, and meditations. I am Day. DAA are my initials. Please share, subscribe, like, and most of all, be the you that you are created to be, one day at a time. And remember that you are not alone.